Thank you for telling me. I had the speaker off. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Kevin Nash, good morning. Mark and Ning. Hopefully Ning is doing well. Ephraim, good morning, sir. How was everything? Good music. Nice selection. Whose idea? Ephraim, it was Ruth's idea. If it's anything it's good, it's Ruth. Anything bad, it's mine. No, Ruth came up with the idea of doing a stream like that. And it worked out pretty good, right? Good morning, John McCardell. Good morning, sir. I'm sorry, it was my fault on the speaker. Mark King, how you doing this morning, Mr. Mark King? Let me make my screen a little bit bigger again. Ruth is making a cake today. It is a kind of unique looking cake. It is a red horse cake. Red horse cake. It's really pretty. Good morning, Mr. Charles Huckstadt. How you doing this morning? Mark King, I'm getting a lot of buffering. Yeah, I see that. I see that. We're getting a lot of buffering. Or we're getting buffering here. I'm sorry about the buffering. Yeah, it's a lot of buffering, isn't it? This is better than a debate. Charles Huckstadt, good morning. Good morning. So is it better now? R, love that video that you sent. Yeah, she loved that video. That was really a cool video. She liked it. I didn't get to see the one this morning, but the one yesterday about the Rocky Road ice cream. We liked that one. Really simple make, for sure. So Mark King, how's everything with you? Charles? Charles, you are up early. I have to give you credit. You're up at 4 in the morning, 4:20 this morning. And yesterday it was at 5. I gotta give you credit. You get up early in the morning. You do like what they used to do back in neat stuff, right? All right, chat. Availability, I can go on here. Now, what I was going to say this morning is, don't give up on coming to Asia. There are, they're really working on. It's like anything. I mean, tourism is down in a lot of areas. Oh, morning. How is everything with you guys? Okay. Yeah, that's the one I was asking. Oh, that one. I thought you meant the new one you were asking about being made with just like 3 or 4 ingredients, and it looked really good. And R and I liked that one. We watched that one yesterday. Welcome again, John Maria. I was talking to someone yesterday that was actually trying to come to the Philippines, and they asked me a couple of questions that they're seeking a visa before they leave their country. One was in New Zealand, and of course New Zealand's going through their situation, and the other one was from USA. Unless you have a child or wife here, it's kind of hard. They're just not opening it up yet, but they are opening up internally here. If you happen to live here, some areas are opening up with tourism, like Baguio's opened up, Boracay's opened up. There's other areas that opened up. But then on the other hand, they lock down more areas because more people are coming in that have the honey badger, and so things are getting locked up in that particular area. So for an example, say you have a box here and people are coming out of the area, they're locking that area down because there's just too many people that are having the or are positive for the honey badger, and it really makes it tough. It really makes it tough because what happens with that is it hurts everybody else, but it's protecting everybody else too. On one hand, it really is protecting people. Let me see here. So I don't miss anybody. Yeah, so good morning, Charles. I did like that video. Good morning, Tom, and everyone. That's one I was asking. Marking, you know you can change the flavor of that ice cream. You can replace the chocolate with peach or mango. I like that. I like that availability. You can do that. I had I saw a video also yesterday. Making, it was, I don't know, some kind of fruit dish. There's a lot of fruits that we can't get here, but other parts of the Philippines they can get really easily, like strawberries. They can get strawberries. Some areas have raspberries and blueberries available, And boy, it'd be nice if I could get some raspberries and blueberries, but they just don't have that readily available here. We had Ruth and I were looking at trying to getting some of those fruits. We could probably go to Larega where it's cooler temperatures and try to find some of that, but it's just a matter of getting up to the mountain. It's not like it's probably about, I'd say 45 minutes, maybe give or take 15 minutes either way up to there. It's heading up towards heading to Davao. Yeah, that's the one. So I enjoy. So how is it? How's my internet, guys? We're still getting buffering. There's a lot of buffering coming in. How's it working out? Yeah, I can see it kicking in and kicking off here. For an example, right now it seems to be running really slow. Now I don't know how it's running slow. We're getting good up and down here. I haven't checked it. I'll get our R to check it. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. So how's the internet now? Here, offline now. It says I'm offline. I don't know what's going on. We just made towards Manila. Check. So it's showing 7. So it should be fine. We should have good internet. See, 7 and 9. So I bought that new antenna, as you guys know, and I changed that out there. So it should be, this is the best I've ever gotten. Now 7 and then 899. So that's not bad. That's pretty good for this area. It's better than it was. So I can't complain by that. I'm not going to complain. I am so happy. I'm happy I have it. I am so happy I have it. You guys know I sold my car. Many people ask me, did they push the car off? Did they pull the car off? How did they get the car out of here? They drove it off. Let's see. I don't know. Sometimes it shows you're offline. Like number 21. What they did. They opened up resort in Boracay this week. They opened up some up in Luzon, according to the what can I say, news yesterday that the president said. So that's good. There are a lot of places that need to get open. They're trying to get open before they get in financial trouble. Because that can actually put a wrench on everything all the way around. That's buffering. So, James, how's fishing? You've been fishing? Don't make me roll after. Good morning, sir. How is everything? Just teasing, my friend. Food always comes first. So don't make me roll after. You're eating? What are you eating? Mark King, what'd you have? What'd you guys have to eat? We had a great breakfast today. The girls made a great breakfast today, so I can never complain about what they feed me. I eat pretty good. I eat better than I ever ate before, as far as the meals. What I mean by that is I have really good food. I was in U.S., as you know. You would just eat whatever. You go to fast food, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You go do Lila. I mean, how many people went out every day and ate fast food every day? If you brought your lunch, right? Now Kevin Nash makes such wonderful food. He probably eats off his food for a few days and carries it to work. I imagine your friends really love you, man, especially when you make some of that barbecue pork and stuff. On my end, I have to pay my bill for next month yet. I understand that. We went to pay ours yesterday, get that paid, so we don't want to owe any debt. I was just thinking about something. I think our electricity bill may be due too. I don't know. See y'all later. See you later, Charles. Have a good day. Good evening. I'm sorry, it's not a day. It's evening. It's evening where you're at. Have a good evening and do well. We won't stay on long today. I wanted to talk about opening up and what they're opening up here in Asia and what's happening. We had some people ask about that yesterday. How can I get to the Philippines? I said, well, you can't. You really can't. I mean, everything's still under lockdown. Everything's still shut. Believe me, they want to open it. So their goal and plan is to open it up as quickly as possible. They want to have it open and have everything okay as quickly as possible. So good morning. So let's see. Good morning, Rick Morris. How you doing this morning? How is everything with you? Rick, Tom, Glennis will be in Raw Mug in a few weeks to close the property we bought. Won't have time to meet as she has to get home the same day. Oh, man. Well, you know what? We look forward to seeing her again. I know that I'm happy for you. I'm glad you got that property and everything's okay there. So that's a positive thing. And I know, Rick, you can't wait to get over here. It'd be great to see you and, to have lunch with you and whatever when you get here and live here forever. Same thing with Mike T and all the guys. I mean, there's quite a few people to be here. And they're going to be in my area. So, I think Charles Suckstad's was thinking about CDO, but I think he's going to head down to Palawan eventually and move there. But we're on his road trip, and he's going to come by and see us quite a few. So good, Rick. Congratulations, and hopefully everything will be okay. She needs our help or anything. All she has to do is yell. We're there for you, my friend. No worries. I haven't not eaten anything yet, but I have already had brought ready for the microwave. Mark King. I was wondering, I was reading that, and immediately Ruth said, Mark King. or saying, hey, he eats a lot of ice cream. I said, yeah, because he's retired and he can. That's what it is, right? Yeah. And Rick is saying, Kevin Ashton adds, thank you, Kevin. Kevin, you know what? Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Kevin was in my weekly gospel reflection channel, and he was watching and listening to music, and thank you for that. Thank you for your support. And thank you for the watch hours there. Okay, out of ads. And Rick Moore's saying, I can't wait to get there. We can't wait to see you. Rick, how's babies? And they can't wait to get here. He's in California now, and he's just got another year, and he's heading this way and to live here permanently. So we'll get to see him. So it'll be nice. With the fork, and do you puncture him? How many times? It came out looked like it been attacked by a wild dog. There, it's just coming out the skin. It didn't look good. It's here, like Paul Rosario. You remember Paul? If you were to look at it 2 years and planned it and moved here within the 2 years, that would normally be on our streams because they would be there in the U.S. and they were planning on coming here and here we're on the stream. So we lost subscribers. We gained many, we gained many because of it also. Two cooking a hot dog on a grill. Do you put an X on them? Or you cut them and kind of to cook them up nice? I like my hot dog like that. Especially a good chili cheese dog. I like the good chili cheese dog, and I like to make homemade chili. If we can find good beans here, I would make some good homemade chili. I would make some homemade chili. My version of homemade chili. I made tuna macaroni salad, and we've been eating it on the last couple of days. I really like it. It's pretty good. R likes it. Ruth likes it. She likes it. She's not used to it, but she likes it. She loves her rice better. And there's nothing wrong with that. Good morning, Joe and Jeannie. And Brother Joe, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, Brother Joe. Thank you for coming on. Nice to see you. Hillbilly. Hello, y'all. Hello, Hillbilly. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, I know. I spin in circle. The wheels are upon us, right? The bus goes round and around. Sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. Oh, snap. Kevin Ash, oh, snap. Hillbilly, how you feeling? Kevin Nash, oh snap. Do you remember the girls used to say that? Ah, snap. Mark King, I just found out the other day my condo sale for now was 3. There was 3 that just sold this last month. The same as one that I have. 1 bedroom, 145. I bought it for $79. Wow. Congratulations, man. Man, hang on to that thing. That thing's worth a lot. It's really worth a lot. Good for you, man. Good for you. Hey, there's Paul right there. Paul Rosario. High five, Mr. Paul. See, Paul's here. Morning, Mr. Paul. I was just talking about you. Like a lot of my friends that are in U.S. always on the streams are now here now. And I tell you what, Paul, remember those days when you sat there? And I know Danny Stout is just itching to come. And I'm so sorry that James Adventures Near and Far and all you guys, just Zachary, just can't. You want to get here and you can't get here. And you got beautiful family and a wonderful family. You can't get here to see them. There's nothing wrong. It's horrible. It's worse. I can't stand 2 hours without my girls. You think I could stand 2 months or 20 months? I don't know what I would do. I would go cuckoo. I'm already cuckoo. I would go more cuckoo without my girls. And they would go cuckoo without me too, because nobody to pick on them here. Although they probably get along pretty good without their husband and Daddy Tom, but it's okay. So hello, Paul. Good to see you. Slowly better. Thank you, Brother Tom. I tell you what, Hillbilly, man, I thought about you the other day. And you were in our prayers at the church, by the way. I said to myself the other day, because you're really a good guy, and for that to happen to you, I'm sorry that you got the honey badger, and I'm so sorry. And hang in there. Don't worry. Don't fret. Hang in there. Hang in there. Slowly better. Yeah. You know what, Paul? Do you find yourself do you pinch yourself? Do you say to yourself, I did not realize that being on this other side of the world would be that much different from me? Are you kind of saying, I it's different for me that I'm not used to, and pinch me, something's wrong? Am I supposed to be like this? Am I supposed to be? And it wasn't the people I was around in U.S. A lot of times it's the environment I was around. And what I mean by that, it's not the people, because we're all, I'm talking about all you. It was the environment. And what I mean by the stress of the job, the stress of where you're living. Everybody was under stress all the time. I found myself under stress all the time. You had to produce, make the sales. You had to just to maintain an existing lifestyle. $1,000 a month is not enough. $2,000 a month is not enough. Also, in a lot of cases, it just depends. $3,000 a month is not a lot. It's not like you lived in this big, fancy, beautiful, house. You may have a new house, but you find yourself, paying $1,500 or $1,200 or $1,000 a month for the payment on this house. And then you got a car payment. You got to have a decent car. So you have a car payment anywhere from $300 to $600. And so you find yourself, and then insurance, the people around me was fantastic. It was just the environment I was in, the stress of the job, the stress of, making this much money an hour was not enough. I needed more money, and so I'd be okay for 3 years or 4 money an hour was not enough. I needed more money, and so I'd be okay for 3 years or 4 years. By the way, I saw you on stream. I saw you stream on some streams. I try to get around to everybody. I'm sorry I missed Bruce yesterday, Mr. Bruce. I missed Mr. Bruce's stream. I was doing something else. I did a lot of times. I don't know people are on because I put my phone down and I go do my thing and come back and they're off. So sorry about that. Yeah, different here, but good. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying. It's just a feeling of. It's a different feeling of me. Am I happier here than I was in U.S.? I'm a happier person. Yes, I was happy in U.S. and I can live in U.S. It's a beautiful, wonderful place. It was just the stress environment. If I could take what I have here and put it over there, would I? Sure. Why not? And live with the amount of money? Sure. I wouldn't have out of stocks, and I get my beef, and I could get all the stuff. But I do love the tropical islands. I love the atmosphere. I love the people. If you could take, because the people are so nice. I mean, even the driver coming up, picking up the cans. He's sitting here and had cans, and so R and I were out there getting the cans available, and they pay you for them. So he will give you money. They weigh them, and then he gives you money for your cans. And I said, just take them because just take them. They're yours. One on his face is like, really, really, yeah, really. And I don't know. Just it does not matter. Guy climbing a tree, cut my tree the other day, was so happy. He's just happy. He pulled anything happy, climbing a tree. And even under the turmoil of him climbing a tree, and we ran into a few problems and things that we needed to do as he's trimming the tree. You could tell that he's still happy. Says I'm offline. Am I online or offline, guys? Oh, come on. I can't be offline, am I? No, it says online. Total drop frames. I wonder if it's this. Now it shows offline. So, oh my goodness. What would it show offline? That's weird. Huh. Yeah. It says offline. Oh. It says offline. Buffering. Joe and Jeannie. Wow. Um. That's weird. Yeah, it says we have 71 on. It's perfect. Um. I'm sorry about this. Good morning, Ken Unger. How you doing this morning? How is Ken Unger? Now it shows offline. We're offline. Huh. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Am I on? Am I on? Okay, it shows back online. Sorry about that. It shows back online. Okay, I'm back on. All right. Uh, am I on? Okay, it shows it's back online now. It's funny. It would show on and then back off and then on and back off again. So I'm back online. So it's good. Good one, Joe. Yeah. I don't know why, but we're getting good. I'm getting good signal. Yeah. What's that? If it were there is a vaccine that has been approved for the honey badger, you think everyone should be required to take it? What about those? It's a good question, Gary T. You know what? I don't know. I would think would everybody take it? I know for me, Gary T. I don't know when I take. I don't know that I would take it. It's online, then off. So it's online, then off. Online and then off. That's weird. Online off. Huh. But as far as me taking a vaccine, I would say that I would take it after a few million people took it, and after trials were over, I would take it. But if it's mandatory, I don't know. You don't have a choice. What do you do? It's where they're going to make it where you take it. That's a sad thing. If you're flying here from point A to point B, and you're in a situation, I'm afraid they're going to make you take it. Make you take it. And so you sit there and don't take it, then you find yourself in a bad situation there, right? I don't know. It's weird, right? Let me turn this off. I wonder if this is affecting my stream. There we go. Here, I'll turn that one off. I had two browsers open at the same time, and I wonder if that affects the stream. I don't think that it would, but I would see if it affects the stream. So, is it on now? Yeah. Trial testing in USA. Blessed in the Philippines. Good morning. I've been thinking about you. Going to buy my first house in a minute. I'm living in the American dream in the Philippines. Blessed in the Philippines. Hi. How you doing, my friend? That's right. How are you? I know who you are now. I had to think of it. You changed your name. I've been thinking about you too. So glad things are going well for you, and I'm happy for you. Trial testing. You know what, Hillbilly? If they're doing some trial testing, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Let me try my live stream again here. Okay, yeah, we're back on. We're back online. Going to buy my first house in a minute. I'm living an American dream in the Philippines. It does give you the availability to when you're here in the Philippines. I find that I can actually do things that I never was able to do in U.S. And what I mean by that is there's certain things that, here's an example. Of course, I was never retired in the U.S. and that this is the thing. I've never had the ability that I really didn't have to worry about anything. I've always had to worry about something. But here, I've never really had to worry about anything. That is such a load off your mind. That is something off my mind. I don't, in U.S., I was always worried about something. It didn't matter what it was. It doesn't matter what it is. But here, I find myself not worrying about anything. I don't worry like I did before. I really don't worry about like I did before. You know what I mean? So, you check and it's online, then off. The vaccine is approved in USA. Trial testing, yeah. Blessed in the Philippines. I've been extremely busy. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, my friend. Good to see you too. And I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming on our channel. I really appreciate it. So I can see it's really going on. It's going off. It's going on. It's going off. The stream. Let's see. It says there. But I've not dropped any frames. That is so weird. I think what I will do is I'm going to try something different. I think what I'll do is I'll try to stream real quick for the next 45 minutes. I may try it from my phone. I'm like that now, Tom. Tuesday, September, investigates COVID, vaccine tolerated generates immune response in older adults. Let's see here. It's just way too stressful here in America, no matter what you get away from it. Yeah. You seem to be fine now. Okay, I'll just leave it as it is then. I've never been able to do this in the USA. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've not been able to do that I was able to do before. It's really strange how that is. Let's see, good to see you again. Good to see you too, my friend. Yeah, in fact, I just had stressful in America, no matter what. Ken Unger, you're exactly right about that. And Ken, I found myself, as an example, here's an example. I found myself, you have that anxiety to get up in the morning. Okay, I got to go perform. It's not going to be another long day. Okay, that's fine. It's just another day in the woods. So you get up and you go do it. And then you go find yourself in a situation where, you're stressed out because you did not make as much as you did, or things did not work out as good as you thought it was going to. Or maybe they worked out perfectly and everything was fine. And you go a week and 2 weeks and everything is gravy and it's perfect. And then bam, it hits you. And then all of a sudden you're behind 8 ball for something. It could be anything. It could be a simple thing. It could be just driving down the road. It could be a speeding ticket or your car breakdown or something else, or something at the house, or something else going on. Or it could be anything. It could just be anything. For sure. Yeah, just way too stressed. Joe and Jeannie, everyone give a thumbs up. Joe and Jeannie is saying, yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Hello, good morning, Jim and Rose. How you doing this morning? Welcome on our stream today. HZOFN, good morning. I stopped trying to help my daughter with her homework. Jim and Rose, good morning again, by the way. Gary T is saying, I stopped trying to help my daughter with the homework during this distance. Told her if she needs help to ask her teachers. Enough stress being dad. Don't need the stress of being a tutor. Gary T, I tell you what. Boy, well said there. Boy, it is very, very, very stressful. Very stressful. In fact, it gets so stressful that sometimes I can't deal with it. Sometimes I just can't deal with it. I tell her all the time. It's like I had a question asked of me and I couldn't answer it, and I said, "Well, where's your teacher?" "Well, I don't know." "Well, email him or message him." "Well, you message him, but the quiz has got to be in that day. They get a time limit." It's like, well, what am I'm supposed to answer? Well, there's no answer on Google, and there's no answer for me, and we can't figure it out, and Ruth can't figure it out. So we're saying, now this is 7th grade. Can you imagine someone in 8th or 9th or 10th? And there's no way in the world. In fact, there's no way in the world they can keep up with this. And the teachers are not to be found. You Facebook Messenger or whatever for them, and they're on Facebook all day. And I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't even want to touch Facebook. But no, they're on Facebook all day trying to figure out the problems on these questions that they're asking them on these exams. And it gets to the point to where it's overwhelming. And so I told her the other day, I says, well, message a science teacher. Well, she's not met all her teachers yet. She's been in school for how many weeks? 6, 8 weeks. And this is horrible. It's just horrible. So I said to myself, there's got to be a way. There's just got to be a way. It's got to be an easier way. Got to be. Yeah, good morning. I stopped trying to help my daughter. Gary, you're so right about that. I'm the same way. I agree with you 110%. Tom, you got the pleasure of doing Tabo there yet? Tabo, T-A-B-O. What is that?
Scoop.
Huh? Scoop. Oh, yeah. I did. Yeah, I took a shower the first 2 years, Tabo. Yeah, 2 years. Maybe 3. Yeah. No worries. I did that. I had the same problem whenever I first came here because it get too hot and I had no aircon. And I would go outside and take the bucket of water, put it on my head. People would laugh at me all the time because I was hot. It's hot. I mean, it's really hot here. And so I find myself doing that all the time. Because I had heat strokes, I had to be careful with it because, it gets really hot here. I mean, overwhelmingly hot. And it gets overwhelming where you just can't take it anymore. So I decided, I said, well, so we put in a shower and I didn't have to do the bucket. I mean, it had a shower, but you still got to do a bucket, because it's not enough water pressure, very low water pressure. Found that the investigational vaccine was well tolerated in this older age group, although some volunteers experienced some transient adverse effects, including fever and fatigue after vaccination. I could see that. I really could see that. You know what? I don't know if I could even take something like that. I really not. I don't think I could really take something like that. The investigational vaccine was well taught. I could not do it. If they made me do it, I don't think I could do it. I asked some tough questions. Kevin asked you do. You know what? Would you take the vaccine, Kevin? Would you take it? I'm buying a living down in Ginseng. One of these days I'll make a trip to come see you. I got to go. Catch you later. All right, Bless. See you, my good friend. Hey, be safe. Be careful on that motorcycle. Be very careful on that motorcycle. He's got a fast motorcycle. And be safe, my friend. Thank you for coming on. Kevin Ash, age. According to the researchers, Hillbilly is saying, further support testing of investigation vaccine in older adults is ongoing large phase 3 trial. I tell you what, I don't know. Would you take it? Would you take it, Hillbilly? Would you take it? If it meant for you coming here, I know you'd take it. Would you take it, the vaccine? A big question mark for me. If I had to take it, would I take it? I don't know. I don't know. My daughter's 7th grade too. I feel your pain, Tom. Gary T, I'm telling you. It got to the point where I said, I can't answer this question. I'm looking for Mark and Ning. I'm looking for Mark and Mark, help me. I wish I need to have him on speed dial, but I don't want to bother him. I don't want to bother him on these little simple questions like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, old man. Okay. Somebody's calling me an old man down there. Just a Bill. Good morning. What's the question on exam? You got that many people online who might know the answer? Just Bill. It was funny you said that. Most did not know the answer because they were all in the same boat. We even asked one of the cousins. So it's like, and that's you're answering, number 3, number 5 out of 20 you got to do within a time period, and you got to get the answers in. They timed you. You had 40 minutes to take this particular exam. How 100? I don't know how many questions. I don't know. I think it's 50 questions. So, and you had to do it. You had to do the best you can. She's passed so far the exams, but I tell you what, it hadn't been easy. I tell you, it stressed me out myself. I got to the point I don't even want to hear it. Jim and Rose, I know public elementary school in this part of the Philippines is going to start October the 5th. I may not hear you anymore. I know, Jim and Rose, they're starting October 5th, 25th. And a lot of them are doing modules, and this going to be a nightmare. And how they're going to do it, the modules, you're going to love this one, is they give them a book, and that book goes around. How do they transfer the book? Somebody just drive down the road to the guy's house? Yeah? Yeah. So they got one book, and it goes around. And this book goes like, okay, R finished her book. Then who am I supposed to send to? Send it to Alvina Alvarez on 3rd Street, Poblacion, back on the back corner. Okay, how does she get it? Well, she come pick it up or take it there. So she's going to take his book there, and then they do it. And then she calls teacher, and then it goes that.
Wait.
Never ending. Never ending. Shower with a scooper. Louis, hey, old man. Louis Cruz, good morning, good morning. Yeah, so Jim and Rose, I agree with you, man. I tell you what, there's nothing worse than that. RR and your mother in here arguing, and RR's 12 going on 35. She don't know what that means. 12 going on 60. Is there somebody out there? No, neighbor. So the internet will be jammed with kids. It sure will be.
It's not working again.
So, yeah, shower with a scooper. Yeah, Arizona States. How can you sit there and say it's hot there with a straight face like that? Yeah, I tell you what, I know. Well, it's hotter in Florida than it is here. It is. It's hotter in Florida than it is here. There's no doubt about that. But here, here's the difference. The difference is it's not the heat, it's the sun. It's not the heat, it's the sun. If you happen to have the pleasure of being in the sun, being this close to the equator, it burns you. It literally burns you. In fact, you can feel the burn on your skin. So you have to be very careful with that. And there's where the heat affects you. It's not that as much as it heats the ground up around you. You're standing in the middle of the parking lot, or you're standing somewhere, it's hot. Because that concrete gets hot. And I tell you what, if you better have thick-soled slippers or something, you'll feel it. But it's like the same in Arizona. It is the same in Arizona. That sun will bake you out there. And I got baked a few times. Yeah, take 6 months after they take it. You're saying 6 more months, yeah. I would do a vaccine, both flu and honey badger. Yeah, Kevin Ash said he would. It's from Brazil. Hello, Louis Cruz. Good morning. Never mind. I thought one of us could answer for you. No. Louis Cruz, everything is good here. I think a lot of times what it is I think you'll find that what I'm noticing here about the schools more than anything else here is the inconsistency of, and it's always been that way since I've been here. The inconsistency on what is required. In other words, every day is something different than what you thought it was going to be. Oh, we have this project we have to do, and we need this and this and this and this. I need clear glue, I need stapler, I need this, I need this, I need this by tomorrow morning. And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, why didn't you tell me at noon? Well, we didn't know until just now. So it's always that inconsistency. And they're project driven here. And what I mean by project driven is every week, every other week, there's a project they have to do. They have to draw. They need papers. They need to make this. They need to make that. They need to make these. Need to make something all the time. Need to make a waterfall. Need to do a sundial. Need to do this. Need to do that. It's always project driven. We're in U.S. They're not as project driven. In other words, they open up the books. They go to school. They learn. And I'm saying they don't learn here. They do learn here, but it's a different thing. They may learn by here's the book and here's the answers to the questions, and you guys figure it out. And so that happens. And so they will give you an answer to the question before you even took the exam. So that happened. That's happened quite a bit with her. And so I don't know how she's gotten to the level, but we make her sit down and study. We make her sit down and understand how this thing works and get it going, because you don't really realize how important that is, right? How the school is. And for her, she doesn't really realize how important it is, you know. I myself, I tell her all the time, it's really important to go to school and learn this stuff. Now, a lot of people aren't sending kids to school this year. A lot of people are keeping the kids out of school this year because they just don't have the funds or availability. Man, my internet's really going down. October is coming. Where are the Christmas decorations? You know, I was asking about that. I think maybe we should put up our Christmas decorations. Good morning, Mike Wickham. How you doing this morning? How is everything with you? Kevin Nash is saying, I think vaccine will help slow and reduce creation to the infections, but it prepares your body to fight it off, regardless of the type of infections you get. Okay. You know, I never really knew that about the vaccine. The vaccine is they give you the infection itself, and your body fights it. Huh. So they give you the infection and the antibody in the same vaccine. Gary T, I will put them up. Hold on, let me think about that. I don't know what we're going to put up. I don't know where we're going to stick our tree. We need to get our tree in here. It's too big. We got a big tree. We bought a really big tree. Good morning, Mike Wickham. How you doing, my good friend? Don't tell me about the projects, Jim and Rose saying. Jim, isn't it amazing? Is it not? Is it not? It's like, what? It's like, but I'm learning. You'd think after the time I've been here, I would learn now. Don't worry about it. They will do it. They will figure it out. And a lot of times Ruth has really helped her doing the projects. A lot of times Ruth has had to do her projects for her. There's no way in the world they could do these big projects that they're doing. There's no way. The father and the mother has to do it, you know. But you know what, Kevin Nash? I don't know. I tell you what. You take it. Let me know. I'm teasing with you. Yeah, Mike Wickham. Good morning again. Jim and Rose, good morning. Regardless of the type of infection you get, vaccines help prepare the immune system to fight. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Kevin. Will you be doing a monthly expense file? Curious to see if the prices have gone up due to the honey badger. Gary T, I have questions on that. I have people ask me about that. And you know what, Gary? Yeah, I need to do another one. Yes, prices did go up. I'll do one coming up this week because we're going to the store. We're going to the big store in Valencia, and I will do a price comparison of what we did last month and show the prices and what they've gone up since I've been here. And I'll actually do a video there in the store and kind of give you an idea of where I shop and how we shop. And that's a good idea. Blessed in the Philippines. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I already broke my foot on the bike. Second day I dropped it on my foot. Didn't even scratch the bike. I should have had it blessed with the chicken blood before my own blood. Man, I'm telling you, that's a big bike. That's a nice bike. And you got to be careful with that. Don't get banned. I know. It's a good bike, though. You bought a good bike. And you know what? Be safe, my friend. Be safe. And the way the roads are, you do a good job driving around, I have to tell you. You do a good job driving around. For Christmas carols and Christmas decorations up at the malls in Manila. Hey, Jim, are the malls empty? I bet the malls are empty. I bet there's nobody in the malls. I bet the malls are just completely empty. I won't give up. I have to get there no matter what. I found out my friends can't come to America either. Tired of all this crap. Seriously. Craig, don't ever give up. You never give up on anything. Never, never, never give up. Never give up on anything in life. Tired of all this crap. Good morning, Foreigners Love Philippines. How you doing, my good friend? How you doing, Mr. John? I have to get there no matter what. I agree with you 110%. Craig, hang in there. Mark, if I sell my condo at least around 150, I'm looking to move into the Philippines then. Mark, it'll be okay. You come, relax, chill. Somebody asked me the other day is, if you're coming to the Philippines, do you keep your things in USA? In other words, do you have backup in case things don't work here? Well, in some cases you do, but can you always find a rental, or can you get back into your house, or did you sell your house and things like that? But sometimes it's a matter of, like my family here, we're basically set here. I would just be going to U.S. for vacation because I'm married and I got to take my babies with me if I go. I'm not going to go anywhere without them, and they wouldn't go anywhere without me. Well, maybe they would. I don't know. Yeah, humidity is bad, Mark, because it's hotter here, and serious humidity is just so bad. It's hot. Mark King, it'd be a good place. Craig, you're right. Hello, everyone. Foreigners love. Good morning. Jim and Rose, about 20% as compared to last Christmas. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, it's in town where we're at in town. It's not. It's really. How can I say? It's very not as many people as there used to be going in town. Man, what happened to my internet? Did it just die? 13 people? Hold on, let me see. What is going on with that? Hold on, let me see here. That is weird. Did the internet die? Am I still online? I had 100 and some odd people on here. I have 13 on here, and am I still on? Marquine, because hotter here and serious humidity is just bad. Good morning, John. I mean, I got more people on here. Jim and Rose, 20%. They inject dead virus not capable of causing illness, but body will have reaction that makes you feel like you're sick on occasion. Oh, I see. But that's normal. So it's normal. My fear, that would be my fear, would be if you get the vaccine, would you get the disease? But what do I know? I guess it goes back the same with polio vaccines and all the other vaccines we had to take. Yeah, I can still hear your lovely voice. Thank you so much, Jim and Rose. I appreciate it. You're fine. Okay, good. You got good internet. Okay, good. So it's working. Okay. Good. Okay, good. So I'm glad it worked.
Or katong isa be.
I think a lot of times the problem. I think the problem is it's going to be everybody's going to be on October. Also, you're right about that. The internet's going to be really slow, and we're going to have a lot of problem with that. And I think what will happen is in time, it's just going to get worse and worse. And it's going to be unbearable. It's going to be where I can't. You probably get online to do these, and I know that a lot of people are doing it today at this school, our school, and I know PLDT is working on lines, but my internet seems to be, my internet's should be fine. My internet should be fine. Thanks, DJ Raiders. Good morning. How you doing this morning? Moonlight Mist and Memories. Good morning. How you doing? How is everything with you? You got good internet. RR, what are you doing? RR is helping her mother this cake, and they're trying to get this cake squared away. They're having issues with the box. What it is, it's a cake. I can't show it to you now. We're just not finished with it, but it's a cake where a can is pouring down onto the cake, and they're trying to get it in a box, and they can't. The box has to be this tall, and they're trying to do it, and so they're over there talking about it and trying to figure that out together. That right there is a lot of work. You need to have a fridge that's this tall, plus our food. Sometimes our food has to set out over somewhere else for these cakes. Hi, Tom, Moonlight Mist and Memories. Good morning. I was watching some of your videos from a year ago and noticed you were much thinner. Are you eating right and getting enough exercise? Your health is so important. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Getting a lot of exercise, getting some exercise. I could exercise more, yeah. It's the rice. I'm going to blame it on the rice. I have nothing else to blame it on. But you know what? I have rice 2 times a day on the average. And it's on a bowl of rice is 12 teaspoons of sugar. And it's really hard to get away from that. There's no other substitute that I can have that I can drink. I mean, I can eat that gives me the food. So I use potatoes. You can get potatoes here, but you can only eat so many potatoes too. And pasta. So you one carb, same carb, right? I don't know if pasta has the same sugar content. I don't think it does. I could probably be better off just eating pasta, but pasta puts the pounds on too. So does the potatoes, right? So I don't know. What is the best? Is it potatoes, rice? What are the best? Potatoes, rice, and or pasta? What would be the best? What do you guys think? DJ Raiders, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, DJ. Thank you for coming on. Thanks for spending your valuable time today. Time for debate. This should be interesting, Ken Unger. Okay. President debate is on right now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I bet you Scoot's there. Or DJ is saying, thanks for coming on, DJ. Tom, you're about to compete with the presidential debate. It's like grabbing everybody's attention, baby. Yeah, exactly. But what happened? Yeah, I was looking down at 12 people on. It's like 10 people on. It's like, what is that? I must have really lost the internet. But now there's 52 back on. That's okay. Compete with the presidential debate. Well, the president's more important than me. That's for sure. I would go on there and listen to him for sure, or both of them, or whatever they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to probably talk about that. I did not know they had a debate tonight, and I didn't realize I've been on an hour already. Debate won't change who I will vote for. Yeah, Mark and Ning. I understand. Me too. Me too, Mark. Well, yeah, it's time to vote. It's time to vote here. So, a lot of the guys already voted. Mine will be done today. So, that's the thing. We got October or November. Yeah, mine will be done today. People say you can't vote. Yeah, you can vote. Mark, the other day I was thinking about you. What was your science project question? What was that in science? You had a big question about it. I was saying, Mark. We need to call Mark. What was that question? You remember? I don't remember now what it is. There's a big one. Mr. B. How you doing, Mr. B? Welcome, welcome, my good friend. Debate won't change who I vote. Mr. B, how you doing? Mr. B, you voting? I know what he's going to say. No. Don't care, right? Kevin Nash. It's historical and hysterical, I think. Yeah, probably both, right? Yeah. I don't know that we would get that here. Are we getting that here, guys? Paul Rosario and all guys could tell me if they're getting that here. Before I moved to Arizona, I lived in Orlando for 8 years. No matter how humid it was there, it's still only 95. It's true. People think humidity makes air hotter. It's just more water and air. That's not hotter. Yeah. That's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to explain to Ruth yesterday. When it's raining outside, it brings humidity in. It brings the hotter air inside the house. It does not make it. It can sometimes make it cooler to the feel, but it brings water inside the house. Humidity brings the water inside the house. So when it's heavy rain yesterday, the only thing the aircon does is take the humidity out of the air. It takes the water out of the air, and that's the reason we get cold. When we go outside, we're hot because of humidity and the heat and the sun, but the humidity. And so it was raining yesterday, and we turned off the aircon, but it brought the water in. But all I did was turn on the aircon. About 8 o'clock last night, we lost power. So when it came back on, I turned the aircon back on, took all the humidity, all the water out of the air, and then turned the aircon off and closed the doors. So we didn't have that humidity inside the house. And that humidity inside the house can kill a house. and then you start getting mold and everything else inside the house. That's the reason a lot of these houses have so much mold and stuff inside of them. And you go inside the houses, it feels that you have the smells. You guys understand the smells. You always know the moldy smells, the stinky smells. I went over in the Blessing house, and we have that smell because of that, for an example. So we need to air that house out and get that squared away. Your last vlog showed RVs in the Philippines. How did those Winnebagos end up in Southeast Asia? That's a long trip. Yeah, they flew over. Isn't that amazing? I didn't even know they had them. I was doing some research yesterday, and Clark, they sell those RVs at Clark. And I guess they came in from Alibaba or brought them from U.S. And a lot of them are military. A lot left over from military. There's some old ones there. There's a lot of brand new ones. Alibaba makes those, and they ship them over. Are there RV parks? One guy on my message says, yeah, there is. There is RV parks. I did not know that. I did not know there's any RV parks, but apparently there's RV parks. Gary T, and I don't know how much they are. I don't know where they're at. I don't know, but there's RV parks, they're saying. But you're right about that. Mr. B, I'm not registered to vote because you desire residency in a state, which I don't want to do. I cut all ties to states so no one can tax me. So I'm a stateless tourist. There you go, Mr. B. So, Mr. B, I did declare residency in the state. Yeah, one thing about it, too, with Florida, I voted because I just did. Doesn't mean everybody votes. Everybody makes their own decision. Want to vote? Vote. You don't want to vote? Don't vote. But a lot of people are like that. But you know what? It is important, though, if you are a resident or a person to vote. Whether you like that current person or the person you want to get in, vote does count. One person does not, but it gets into a lot of things. But it does matter to vote. Well, for me, I feel better when I did it anyway. I do. I felt better. Whether my vote counts or not, I go vote anyway, and I feel better. Yes, aircon works harder after rain. Yeah, then the aircon works harder. That's exactly right. My aircon was really pumping that water out of here from that rain. The humidity just brings all that water inside the house, and then you find yourself with the stinkies and the smells and the mold and the mildew and everything else. And I'm very careful about this metal house, even though we don't have a problem with it because of aircon. But I was looking over at, for example, in our bathroom over the Blessing house, we got mold in the wall. And it's because of the bathroom itself and or the concrete and the rain where we don't get good airflow. So it's the same story. We had that problem in the other houses in town because the humidity is so high when it rains. And as you know, it's raining. It's kind of, to them it was cool. To me it was hot. But I understand why it's cool for them. Because it was raining, the temperature was down, the humidity was down less than it was earlier. Now this morning it was cooler for me than it was yesterday when it was raining because there was no humidity in the air. It was cooler outside. Now it's hot. Now it's like a firecracker outside. Tom, I have good science projects. She needs one. Hey, she's got enough. Mark, she's got enough science projects. I tell you what, they keep them hopping on these science projects. They really do. They really do keep them hopping on it. You have no dehumidifiers? There's no dehumidifiers in the Philippines that I'm aware of, other than the air cons. Where you can actually buy a dehumidifier?
Yeah.
Okay, she says they have them. I've not seen any. She says they have them. It's not something that I've been around seeing one in a house or people have them in their house. I don't, unless they probably get them for a baby maybe. But a dehumidifier is only good for that room, and the problem is you got to empty those water out of those dehumidifiers all the time. I lived in an apartment complex. They built a complex. It was a brand new apartment complex one time, and they didn't let the concrete cure, and they just started building up on it. It was, I guess, still wet or not finished. Didn't do it. It was on the beach, so humidity and everything else probably had a lot to do with it. Anyway. My apartment got black mold in it. It was so bad, so horrible. They brought some dehumidifiers in there. We always had to empty those things all the time. It's amazing how much water is in the air, right? People say, where all that water come from? It comes from the air. It's amazing. I forget how many gallons of water I would pull out of the air in that little old bitty apartment I had. Gallons and gallons and gallons of water. Unbelievable. You go pour it, pour it down the drains, gallons, big old gallons of water out of the air in just a short period of time. True, Kevin. Gary T. saying, RV Parks Philippines, bring out the plastic pink flamingos, AstroTurf folding chairs, and the Weber grill. Gary T., isn't that amazing? I didn't even know they even had any RVs here. And I did not even know they had any parks here. But the guy said, yeah, they got parks here. Well, I don't know where they're at. Maybe they're all up there. I don't know of any here, but that don't mean anything. I don't know. They may have one of the best RV parks in the world in Davao and CDO and some areas. I don't know of any, but they may have. Okay, man. I'm going now to transfer the titles to the house. Hopefully next time I'll have some good news. Okay, blessed. Thank you, blessed in the Philippines. Thank you for coming on. Be safe on that motorcycle. Don't get hurt. And please, please watch out. Wear your mask and your face shield. Mitch Brumwell, good morning, sir. How you doing, Mr. Mitch? Welcome on the live stream today. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Mitch. I know you're a busy man. Choose between a guy in a suit. Choose between a guy in a suit stabs you in the chest or a guy in a suit stabs you in the back. 6 of one, half does the other. Here you go. Those look like fiberglass bodies on the van frames, like Trans Van from the 1980s. That's exactly what that was. It was a fiberglass. That's exactly. It does look like Trans Vans, don't they? But you know what, Kevin? They're nice. I don't know how many people sleep. It says the said sleeps 6 to 8, but I don't. But the table probably goes out. There's 2 people. There's probably one in the back. There's probably one in the overhang there. So there's 6 people right there. I don't know where the other 2 people go on the floor. I don't know. I'm making it up, but really, that's what it said. Those look like fiberglass. Are there RV parks? They say Hillbilly. They say they are. I don't know, but there's a guy online that left a comment and said yes, there are RV parks in the Philippines. I don't know of any. I've not seen any. I've never seen an RV. But there's another guy left a comment on there, and he's seen RVs in the Philippines. Yes, there are RVs in the Philippines. Obviously, there are because that guy's selling them up at Clark. It's a place in Clark. In fact, you go on Facebook, put RVs in the Philippines, and you'll see it there. The guy sells them all the time. Mitch, have a great day. Just finished working after today's rocket launch. God bless. Mr. Mitch, thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending your valuable time, and thank you, my friend. Thank you. Please be safe. The hardest working spaceman in the world right there, Mr. Mitch Brumwell. Mitch, you are a hard worker. You're always working. You work harder now than you ever did before when you retired. But I'm happy for you, man. You're a good guy. We use dehumidifiers in basements. Yeah. In basements. That's exactly right. How many of you guys forgot to empty the dehumidifier in the basement? Leave that thing running and forget you left it running. Just attach a hose and just run it down into the drain or the sump pump down there. Some would do that. There are ways of doing that. You just put it in there and just have a drain. For me, I've something that I never had to worry about it in Arizona because we never had to worry about it. But when I moved to there, I had to worry about it in Buffalo. So, British Expat, good morning. John and Jane, good morning. How's your coffee today? My coffee's very good. Right here. Got it right here. It's doing very good today. It's running on empty, but I got a big old pot hanging off the side here. Mr. B, what about dumping black water here? You could be an issue. Yeah, it would be. That's the thing. Black water is something I would think that would be a problem unless you had I don't know. I mean, I personally don't know anything other than I saw those RVs and I put them online. I did not even realize they even sold them. Dumping black water definitely be an issue. Yeah, just park it. You don't need an RV park. Just park and sleep. That's exactly right. You don't need no RV park. You can park that thing anywhere here. They wouldn't say anything to you. and sleep. People park it all over. People sleep in their cars all the time here, and trucks and everything else. So you could park it and sleep anywhere, and you could have it. You could probably make your own septic setup on that thing and dump it yourself at your own place somewhere. You know. What about dumping black water? Yeah, and I would agree. That would probably be a problem, dumping the black water. But you.
Go to the bus station for that. Remember?
Oh yeah. That's right. Ruth says they just take it to the bus station. That's right. All the buses have dumping stations. There's dumping stations at the bus. They have dumping stations because they have restrooms on those buses, and that's right. I never even thought about that. So you just go to the bus depot and dump that bad boy. Ruth answered that. I didn't even realize that. I forgot about that. You're right. All bus, most, a lot of the buses have have bathrooms on them. Yeah. Huh?
Bathroom.
They do?
Only in Mindanao.
Only in Mindinao. Hey, do they
no bus in Cebu that has bathroom.
Oh. She says maybe only in Mindinao has the buses with the bathrooms in them. Maybe the ones everywhere else don't. I understand Mindinao has them because of the long trips you have to take to go somewhere. To go somewhere here, you have to take a long trip. You know. The dehumidifiers have a drain hose you put in down the drain or a drain. Yeah. You're right about that. I remembered that after I said it. And the one in Florida did not. You just drained into a bucket and you emptied the bucket. But you're right. The ones in up north, they have drain hoses. You just take the drain, put it down the drain, or put it in a drain. Yeah, exactly right. And it makes it easier. It does make it a lot easier. Thank you, Mr. Mitch Brumwell. High five to you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. It clicked in on my phone, and I didn't see it. It had a smiley face on it. Then the internet kicked in, and it kicked in. I go, what is that smiley face? And I see the super chat. Thank you, Mr. Mitch. I was reading the messages, and I go, how come that? What is that smiley face on there? That's something new. It's something YouTube did new. And it was a super chat coming in. Super sticker, and it was a super chat coming in. It just didn't arrive yet. It was spinning with a smiley face on it. Oh, wow.
It will not show there.
It shows here on this thing. It shows here. And it shows on their page. All right. Yeah, you don't need an RV. Just park it. The dehumidifiers, Oolong, how you doing, my good friend? Mount Boontog. Cobra Slayer. I'm going to tell you something. I got that bad boy. Did you see there's a black Cobra? Do you see how long those bad boys are? There was one that they caught. I don't know where they caught it. Was it here in Mindanao? Cotabato, Mindanao. How many? 9 feet? 9 feet black Cobra. That thing was huge. 9 feet black Cobra. Can you imagine? In fact, it was going up a tree and it was curling around like this, and it was unbelievable. 9 feet. Tom, do you have a hot water that's on the roof, or do you simply have an electric wall unit? I have the electric wall unit. I was going to put one on the roof, and the reason I didn't is I wasn't sure the weight limitations on that unit. And I put the wall unit in. I decided to put the wall unit in because I did not want... those things were too expensive. It's cheaper for me to buy the wall unit than it was buy one of those containers. Because I bought a wall unit a little of nothing. I don't remember, 60 or 80 bucks compared to the big tank itself. It cost me a lot more than that. And the wall unit works fine. It is really awesome. The wall unit works fantastic. And we had... sometimes those problems with those floats in those units, the metal units, the floats themselves have problems. In other words, it doesn't turn off the water like it should, and your water just runs out on the ground. So you may go somewhere and come back home, your water's all over the ground. It's been running for 2 or 3 days, and you don't even know it. And so I decided against that. And that's the reason I went to that. I did some research on those metal tanks and realized that those, they say the float valves work. Not always. Not always. It goes down. It's like toilet. Turns on, floats back up, turns off, floats down, turns off, turns on, and it keeps the water hot. But the problem is sometimes those float valves stick, and it just runs all the time. And so you can lose hundreds of thousands of gallons of water really quick on those things filling up the water. We see them all the time overflowing. And so I decided, I was by a hotel in town, and they put one on the roof, and you could see down one whole wall, all mold, where the water has run down and run down and run down, and it's gotten moldy. Good morning, New Long. How you doing? Yes, sir. I want one. Wow, 9 feet. Yes, 9 feet. Yeah. And the thing was huge. Black. It was a black cobra. The thing is huge. Mr. B. Oh, here. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a couple. Kevin Nash says, Tom, if you have a hot water roof, simply an electric wall unit. The wall unit. And it worked out better for me. I just stick it in the bathroom. But the problem is you got to have wall unit. You have other things. Like kitchen sink, you need one for the kitchen sink. You need one for there and this, that, and other. Where you just do that and just tie it in your water line, you got hot water. But a lot of times too, those will work if you got them always in the sun, and they will have hot water. There's no doubt about it. But you have to have a long RV to stay. You might want water, electric hookup, be nice sewage disposal spot. Yeah, Kevin Nash, that one had it all. It had a generator. It had electric and water hookup. It had everything you want on it. And so if you wanted to stay somewhere and you wanted to do something, it had it all. It had a generator. I forget how many watt generator that one had on it. I didn't put all that information in there because it's like, I didn't want to, I don't, they sell them, but I don't know. The guy asked the guy how much it was. He really kind of didn't know. Well, what kind of generator? Well, I'm not really sure. So I said, okay, I won't put that on there. You know how it is. Well, sir, I'm not really sure. Well, okay. Well, who does know? Well, it's me. Okay. Well, what does it say on the unit? Well, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, I need to put it up. Well, no, I don't know. Yes, sir, I want one. 9 feet. My last house, you had an air con. You had also installed a humidifier. When it's 100 outside, a single-digit humidity air con can be a problem. When it's 100 plus outside, a single-digit humidity air con can be a problem. Yeah, I never really had too much problem with that. I've not seen it 100 here where I'm at. Don't say it won't, or I just haven't seen it yet. But it's worked okay so far. Now remember, I got this big boy over here that I need to get my motor for. It's just sitting there. I need to find that. That needs to be a chore I need to figure out also. British expat. I really miss a hot bath, and the wall units take 3 weeks to fill. They do. They do. You're right about that. And there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with get your big tank. Get your big tank. That's what I did. I don't have a bath. I have showers. I have a shower in this house and a shower in that house. And that house, it's just a scoop in a bucket. Now, we have a shower hooked up, and it works. And it's all cold water over there. And the hot water is here in that bathroom over there. Hot water in the sink. We don't have hot water in the sink here either. I don't have hot water in the sink here. Could I easily install hot water in the sink? Yes. Did I do it? No. I haven't done it yet. It's not something that's important for me. I mean, the dishes get cleaned fine. We have a stove. She needs hot water. She just boils water and sticks it in there, which it's not like she uses it every day. She may use it on her baking utensils and things like that, like she's doing it now for her baking. But as far as food and things, it's okay. Actually, to be honest with you, you turn on that water right now, it's going to be hot. It's going to be so hot you can't hold your hand underneath it. Because half the water line's above ground anyway, and the sun heats it up. And it's good for like 30, 40 minutes. You can burn, you can scald your hand. And a lot of times I've gone over to the blessing house and taken a shower and hot water. No worries. And it's because of the lines are in the ground, up out of the ground, in the ground, up out of the ground. And the big lines, the water lines, the standard. They're using irrigation pipe up and in the ground, out of the ground. You just never know, no consistency. So and it's hot. It's literally scalding hot. You got to be very careful on it because it will burn your hand. I took one the other day. I scalded my back. I go, oh man. So the bucket of water there is full of water. So I had to do half and half because it was too hot. It was actually too hot. It's like, whoa, man, that's hot. And it was just coming out of the faucet. It lasts about 20 minutes, 30 minutes on that speed of that water. It's not like it's getting, 70 pounds of pressure. We're probably only getting 10 to 20 pounds of water pressure. Yeah, British expat. Don't take 3 weeks fill a bathtub. It takes a lot of tubes now filled by little sick. Yeah, I tell you what, the bath here, I don't know if anybody has a bath here. You seen a bathtub?
Yeah.
Who has a bathtub?
My classmates.
Your classmates.
Yeah, they have that.
Okay, classmates. I don't know what that is. That's Pearl.
Rich man.
All right. The worst day in my last place was 112 and 7% humidity. Swamp cooler in effect was over 100. It was 90 in the house. Mr. B, here in the Philippines? Was it here? You mean to tell me it's 112 and 7% humidity here in the Philippines? Here or is it U.S.? A swamp cooler. Yeah, I've never really used a swamp cooler. They use them up in Buffalo. I've never had. Listen, I just flip on the aircon in the house there. If we get, listen, as you know, up Buffalo, you only get 2 or 3 months, and most have window units. We just had window units. I put a couple in the houses up there, and I had one upstairs and one downstairs, and all I did was turn it on, and it cool it off enough. And as you know, at nighttime it'll be cool or some type of. But it did get hot. It got hot in Buffalo. So having a beautiful Filipino wife, we Brits need to stew a while occasion. That's what we need. A hot tub, nothing wrong with that. I'm going to tell you something, John. You got to cool off a little bit. You know what? There's nothing better, though, than to have a good bath every once in a while. How we do it here is, I want to take a bath. You just go down over there where the caribou's at, and borrow his water, and tell him move on over, and just go in there with him. I'm teasing. Caribou's over here by my fence. He's eating. He's sitting there. And he's chewing up. He's all tied up around the tree. And he's having a hard day. He's tied up around the branch and the tree. His head is up. He's sitting there. He's stuck. I said, I'm going to have to go over there. This guy always brings caribou up here to let him feed. And I said, I'm going to have to go over there and untangle that guy. And I thought to myself, and I said, usually they figure it out. A cow or horse will figure it out, unless it's around the hoofs. And I said, I will wait a minute. And I said, I bet he'll figure it out. Sure enough, he got up. He ended up walking around that way and around. And he got untangled. He untangled himself. But it was like he was tired because he had stressed himself out trying to get untangled. Oh, that was in the States. Okay. Having a beautiful Filipino wife, we Brits need to stew a little bit. Get a bathtub, deep soaker, or sauna tub. You got somebody outside for a cake? Somebody honking a horn out there. We have people honk. I had my buddy come by yesterday, just honk his horn. It's a rambutan, whatever the little fruits. Rambutans. And I tell you what, those things were good. They were sweet. Like eating a teaspoon of sugar. It's like a grape. Tastes like a grape with the seed inside. Hey, honey, can they see that real quick? Okay. There you go. Thank you, Mama. There you go. You got to see the cake. Okay, Kayo. Wayne Sorrells, good morning, Wayne. How you doing this morning? Welcome, welcome. How's Mr. Wayne doing? Hey, Tom Shipman, your wife picked up a cake. Wayne Sorrells, I think we need to, or no, not his wife, some family anyway. Wayne, I think we need to watch more videos of other people, especially Ned and his wife, Tuesday, and move to Zoe. They're around showing apartments and houses rent, and there's been plenty of bathtubs in it. Oh, okay.
Mama is driving the car.
Is Mama driving? Awesome. So Wayne, they have showing apartments, houses for rent. Have been plenty. Yeah, we where I lived, we don't have what they call houses and apartments like they do where they're at, where Ned's at. We have apartments. So we have ours are a little bit different here where I'm at. I'm out in the province. They're out in the province, but they're really in the city where Ned's at, and they have them. Not everybody has a bathtub. Where we're at, you could probably count. She said the kids' family's rich, and so they have access to a bathtub. But normally, the last 4 places that we had no bathtub. We just had showers. Not everybody has a bathtub, but you can easily get put in a bathtub. You want a bathtub. My American friend in town did put one in his house, and he said I never even used the darn thing, Tom. He said I get in and take a shower. He said I used back in the day to take a soak or shower, bath, but he said for me, it's just something I didn't do. He said the wife really likes it sometimes, but they're from Texas, go back and forth, back and forth. A good bathtub is nice though. I would think you just dig a hole in your yard till you hit water and jump in and take a bath. And Mark King, we could do that, and we could easily do that. We go 3 feet, 4 feet down, we hit water here, so it's real easy for us to do that. The well over here is overflowing. Yeah, we can easily dig for water where we're at, and we're up. We're up. We're up on a mountain here where I live, so it's not like so that kind of tells you, so it makes you wonder about in town, right? In town, there's a lot of flooding in town, a lot of flooding. Okay, I think it's how much you're willing to spend and how much you're willing to concede in your comfort. You can spend about 5 or 10 million pesos and set up a good spend 500, live like locals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah. There are many. Good morning, Wayne Sorrells. How you doing? There are really a lot of beautiful houses. My friend decided that he was going to build a house in Valencia, and what he did was he actually took light duty metal, made a beautiful house, put in some insulation between the walls, made a beautiful inside like American, put hardy board on the inside. The whole house is like American style home, very nice, very very nice looking house on the inside. Cost him a little over 500,000 peso, and he did it right as far as American standards. He has everything he needs. He's really happy with it. And he's really content with it. And great job to him. I mean, it's nothing spectacular as far as he says, but it looks nice. I mean, it's probably only about 800 square feet. It's all he wanted. Yeah, Kevin Nash, it does matter. You're right about that. You can get a nice place, really nice place. You want to spend, $20,000. You can easily build you a really beautiful house here. Wayne, that was Chi Chi brand. That was Chi Chi, brand new daughter Zoe. But yes, those playing bathtubs in the Philippines. There's plenty of bathtubs. Wayne, there are a lot of bathtubs here. I guess. I mean, I've not seen any. Even in the hotels, there's no bathtubs that I've ever been in one. We've been in a hotel that had a bathtub. Oh yeah, jacuzzi. I'm sorry, they had jacuzzi. That's a bathtub. And we've been in some motels that had bathtubs, that was jacuzzis. But I've never been in one that had a bathtub. Even the hotels don't have them that I've been in. Manila and all over, I've not seen any. Cebu, CDO, Davao, the places we've been, we haven't seen any. But that don't mean they don't have them.
In the high class.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, JG probably knows where there's some. I mean, I think JG's been in some. Where you go?
Oh, hang the clothes.
Oh, hang the clothes. Get a tub. It's easier. Yeah. You could easily put one in. It's not a problem with that. I've just something for me. I asked Ruth if she wanted one. She knew what one was because she's an OFW for years, and so she knew what one was, and so she had the availability to. I asked her, I said, "You want one?" No need, because they were all take showers. I tell you something else. That's the big question. What about hot water? You guys require hot water. What's required of hot water? Um, and thinking about that, especially some areas like Dumaguete, Cebu, even the areas that we went to around in Cebu, and we stayed in some really nice places. They had showers. Some had the pre-showers, so you go on the beach, you clean yourself off, rinse yourself off and things like that. Some were private, really nice. It had a private area where you could, you want to change your clothes, things like that before you go to upstairs to your room or whatever. That's really nice. It was owned by a German guy, this last place we stayed at. The other place we ended up staying at in Cebu was a brand new hotel, and it was pretty nice. It was brand new. It was nice. It had own separate rooms. You guys remember the videos on that, I'm sure, where they had their own separate rooms. So we would have our own room, or would have our own room, and then we had a living room and a kitchen all combined in one. It's really nice. Some of the places, but Ruth found those places really inexpensive. They weren't that expensive at all. Yeah, I don't like bathroom with toilet and shower on the same common floor. It's not sanitary with me. It's the same with me. I tell you the reason why I got very upset. I had to go to church. I had long pants on. When I had to go use the restroom. I go in there, and my pants, everything's soaking wet, everything I had. You can't go in there with just socks on. You can't go in there with anything on. You got to completely undress before you even get in there. You better take care of your business before you go into the bathroom. What I mean by that is take off all your clothes and everything else. Just wear a pair of shorts in there and go in there. Because I'm soaking wet. I mean, I got pants wet. They're wet. It's like, are you kidding me? I said, that's it. I'm going to get an American. That's what actually made me flip in my mind. Okay, I'm done. I said, okay, I'm building a house. So that's when I made the decision to come out here somewhere. Ended up out here buying land through Ruth and getting a house. Then I said, okay, I'm going to build a house. I said, nope, I'm not going to do that because it work. And that's the reason I said, okay. So the guy says, how big you want your bathroom to be? I said, expand my house. I said, well, what's standard? So I told him, and he told me. I said, okay, build a bathroom like that. American toilet? He goes, yep. American shower? Yep. Hot and cold water? Yep. He said, you want the rain shower with the rain shower head and this spurting out? I said, yeah, give me the works. Okay, no worries. What color tile you want? I said, I want blue tile. Okay, no worries. You want it on the walls too? I said, floor only. And I said, we'll do the walls ourselves. Okay. And he said, do you want a sink? Yep. He said, it comes with sink, everything. He said, hot and cold water? I said, yep. He said, and one thing I forgot to tell him, he made it all Filipina height, Chinese height. I had to really bend over to brush my teeth, or to shave, or to wash my hands and bend over to wash my face. I mean, I got to get down on it there because the sinks and the countertops are made for Filipino, Chinese. So that's the only thing. Other than that, everything was fine with that. But yeah, so I got me an American bathroom, and that is nice. I don't like bathrooms, toilet shower. No taboo for me. I need a shower. Same thing, Mike. I got tired of that too. I got fed up with that. I said, I want hot water. I want to be able to turn on the shower and get hot water, which we do. We flip that switch on, and it gets hot. It'll burn you out of there, boy. I tell you, you'll be scalded dog running out of there. And when you take a shower, you grab the towel. I step out of the shower onto the clean, nice tile floor, wipe off, and it's like, okay, I'm in heaven. But here it's just one room. shower, toilet, sink. In a lot of cases, if they have a sink, some cases they just have nothing. Did Lopez have a sink in there? I don't remember sink at Lopez. It didn't have no sink. There was no sink at Lopez's house. Yeah, our second apartment had no sink in the bathroom. Had nothing. But you got a good normal bathroom, LOL. Exactly. Yeah. Wheels down. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, my friend? How is everything with you? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to our live stream today. Yeah. My internet is on and off, and R's pulling on my shirt. She always likes pulling on Daddy's shirt.
I want to do it properly.
You want to do it properly? Yeah, she always gives her daddy heck all day long.
No, I'm helping you.
Yeah, she helping. How's school? We got school today? We're no school today.
I need your help.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to help her. I got to film her today.
9:30.
To fold clothes. She's got to fold clothes.
Fold clothes.
Okay.
It's for PFT.
All right, PFT.
Physical fitness test.
Oh, physical fitness test. Okay, I got to help her. Now, shower divider. And get this. The doors, when I asked them, I said, I want the rounded doors you can just close and like this, open them up. And they did. The one thing that I wish that I asked him to do was the shower head itself, give me a long cord on it. It's really got a short cord on it. I like a long cord on the shower head. Like for an example, if I'm, because you can use that shower head, clean the floors and stuff like that with the hot water, although Ruth does it all the time. But I have to say, I really love my expandable house. I'm glad we purchased it. A lot of other people like it too, because they come in and they lay down and sit down and take naps and everything else because it's air-conned and it's comfortable and they don't hear the chickens and the roosters. And they said this is the first time they ever come in and sit down and look at the house, and they can watch TV without any noise or anything. They get very comfortable here. John and Maria, that was a big priority for me with our house, hot water for showers. Yeah, and I tell you what, John, it was for me too. When I first got here, I kind of dealt with it for the first couple of years or so, and then finally I just had enough. I finally said, you know what, that's enough. I gotta get some basics here. I gotta get that. That was the only requirements that I have. I don't care. That and aircon. I want aircon in my house. This house right now is aircon. It's on 18 hours a day. It's okay. It costs me anywhere from $60 to $80 to $100 a month, depending. And that includes my solar, and that's okay. That's the only major expense I have other than my food and insurance. So I can't complain by that. My TV cost me $10 a month. My internet cost me whatever that is. Other than that, so I can't beat it. I really can't beat it. Kevin Ash, build a cubbyhole in a door, bath shower. Yeah, exactly. House is a little small, but I like yours better than a block common construction. Kevin, I love it. I love it so much better than block. Not only that, here's an example. I'm going to tell you something. This wall right here, the sun is beating on it right now. It's cool to the touch. Literally, the sun is beating. The sun, of course, is here. It's 9:43, so it's actually above us, at 2 o'clock. Or, yeah, 2 o'clock. And it'd be up here at noon, as you know, right above us. But this right here is cool to the touch. The sun is really beating down on this wall right now. And that's what I love about it. And I did some research on it. I was going to get rock wool, and then I looked at sandwich panel. Then I looked at light duty metal. Then I looked at the foam, the concrete foam. It's a heavy duty foam, and it's basically foam. It's like rock wool, I guess, and then concrete and concrete spray. They're heavy, and they're nice, but the sandwich panel ended up being the best quality for me. And then you can paint this. It's just metal. You can paint any color you want to paint it, and repaint it, repaint it, repaint it. Have you heard of wed marriage online? Wilson, I have not heard for it. I've not heard about that. What is that? Is you get married online? Oh, there's a new thing. There's a new thing starting on that. I don't know if this is it. I've not heard anything about that. The house a little small, but like your spare comment. You know what, Willstown? That's something I've not heard of. Is it a new one? Oh, it is. It's brand new. Yeah, installation sandwich is great. Yeah. And we have its temperature set about, I would say 70, 73, 74 degrees. It'll stay that way. Even with high noon, though, I will have to trim it down a little bit. I'll have to turn it down 1 degree. It never gets less than 22 Celsius in this house. Very rarely it gets any lower than 22. It usually stays at 23 Celsius, 24 hours a day. Actually, at nighttime, I put it up 24, 25 Celsius. But rest of that, yeah, it's a new one, huh? Gotta have a bathtub with a shower. I tell you what, I love my my shower bath. What is that? A motorcycle? Wow, that guy's gonna blow up his car. Gonna blow it up. Look at it. Mother bought me this. Mother-in-law bought me this, and of course, man, that guy's gonna blow up his motorcycle. They do that here. They rev the motor as high as it'll go and let it run for like 30, 45 seconds just to see how good it does. What is this right here?
Cake.
It's extra cake on that. I had a couple of pieces of it this morning. Yes, Lamette. M. Jane, good morning, M. Jane. How you doing this morning? Welcome, M. Jane. Thank you for coming on. Nice to see you, M. Jane. M. Jane, I said hi to you the other night, and then boom, my internet died. Somebody coming in the gate, honey.
Mommy, that's Mommy. She went outside.
Okay. I've seen many videos, tin roof, and can't hear them. I tell you what, it is so hot sometimes on the tin. I went to pick up a piece of metal off the ground and burnt my hand. It was the conduit pipe that I was picking up and then stack it, that somebody had it on the ground. They put it on the ground, so I'm going to do that. Tools are bad too. You leave out in the sun, right? Is somebody here? I guess there's somebody here. When is RR going to start asking you to make her some ice cream now? She already did. I had to look at the door and make sure. I don't want to remind her of it again. She always wants me to make her ice cream. She loves her ice cream. They're kids. How many kids you ever know not to like ice cream and cake? She wants ice cream. We have the ingredients here to make some.
Mommy just gave the can to the guy because have.
Oh, you get them? Is he out there getting them?
No, done naman. Little only.
Little only. Why do you give more?
That's only we have.
I said you give them all the cans.
Yeah.
When you're here in the Philippines, ask the right questions, not just one, 5 to get the answer. Yeah. So anyway, the cans, the guy got all the cans. We have a lot of cans out there because there are evaporated milk, condensed milk, and her cans like that. So RR wants ice cream. Yeah, she wants 2 to 5 million peso house, just deafening loud rain noise. It was so noisy yesterday when it was raining, right? I went over to the blessing house. You couldn't stand inside. It was really loud. Really loud. Hitting that tin roof. Hitting that tin roof.
Daddy, that's the guy saying, God, lata, like that ba?
Like that, ba?
Why you're so... Daddy,
Like that, ba? Like that, ba?
Lata means cans.
Oh, lata means cans. Okay. Lata means cans. Okay.
That's beside.
M. Jane, so how you doing today? Sorry I missed your stream yesterday. It is, as you guys know, this internet can be kind of frustrating. So what is the latest here in the Philippines about coming to the Philippines? Nothing new as of yet. Nothing new. People are saying, some of the guys put up, tourism is open in the Philippines for video views. And I get really disgusted when they do that. Some of the guys get out there and say, tourism is now open in the Philippines. No. Tourism is open. You can now come to the Philippines. There's one guy put that on yesterday. You can now come to the Philippines and tourism is open. No. It's to get views on his channel. And it's not that it's open. They open up a few areas. Baguio is open. Beautiful place that is. Parts of Cebu open. Things like that. Hillbilly saying, tin roof is good on a rainy day. Sleeping hear the rain.
Yeah.
It is. RR and I said yesterday, it was so dark yesterday, and I said it's going to rain. R and I went in there, and she went and took a nap.
Yeah.
How long did it last? 10 minutes or so. I took one for a little while.
I wanted to shower in the rain.
She wanted to go out and shower. They do a lot here, and I will not let her do it. They just go out and take showers in the rain and take their soap and everything, leave their clothes on, and take a shower.
I only tried that one time when I was a kid. One time.
You did it here. You've done it here. You took showers in the rain here.
Here,
Yeah, you took one right out of here on the other side of the Blessing House.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that for me, I've not taken. I've taken showers, but not shower. I'm talking pouring scoops of water on top of me. Too big. So hot.
Too big.
I get so hot, it's unbelievable hot. I'm talking not down hot, and you can't take it anymore. You know, and it gets overwhelmingly hot. I'm in my phone, darling. Sometimes she'll grab my phone, and I don't know where it's at. Tin roof is good. So stream. Okay. LOL, will never get used to loud noise roof. 5 hours a day, 4 months. Exactly. It can get, here it sounds like little BBs. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it doesn't bother you at all. Sometimes you can't even hear the TV because it rains that hard. It's just life, you know. You just deal with it. Like it rains hard in Florida too. Been through a lot of storms there. Here, wind gets up and gets pretty hard. I went out and checked my antenna this morning, make sure it didn't move, and it didn't move. I thought it moved this morning on the network and all we had, but it didn't move. So I'm happy with that and content with that. So that's a good thing. Well, I think I'll call the stream. I like my asphalt shingles. Asphalt shingles are the best, man. They really are. I wish you'd get those here. You can't get a lot of stuff here like that. No asphalt shingles here. You can't get anything like that. Today is the first time I've not taken a nap when I stopped working. You know what? I used to take a lot of naps. I have not had a nap now in, I don't know, week or so maybe. Oh, I think I took one Sunday. I take it back. I took one Saturday. Our Sabbath. When they go back to church, usually I'll take a nap. When they go back to church, I just go and I take a nap for an hour or so, whatever, or 30 minutes, and then back up, whatever. Because that day is just for that day, you know. I normally try to take a nap. Oh, I don't know, every day or so. Used to. Bill Pruitt, you're late. How you doing, Bill Pruitt? I had to play. What did you have to do? Wheels down.
I had to play
Referee on another channel. I love trolls. So Bill Pruitt, whose channel was it? Somebody I know. So yeah, there are a lot of trolls, man. I was saying that yesterday. That's the reason why I did a message on that. There are so many trolls. I had on one stream I was on, we had so many. I got over 500 trolls on my that we've collected through the years here. Isn't that something? Just trolls. Take care. Stay safe. Thank you, Wheels Down. Thank you so much. And thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. So what was the Wheels Down, Bill Pruitt? Which was it, channel? Whose channel? So Wheels Down, take care. Thank you. Yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Safe. Yeah. I'll call the stream now. It's time for me to call the stream. Bill Pruitt, I hate to call it. You just got here. Yeah, there's always a lot of fighting in some of the streams. There's a stream that was on there. Do you stand, Bill Pruitt? This is something you need to ask. Do you stand up for people that are friends of yours that's on the channel, maybe dogging another friend of yours? How do you handle that? Yeah, take care, Tom. Wheels down. Hope to see you guys soon. Oh, yeah. See, yeah. There, she has a lot there, and a lot of it is, it's sad. It's sad that people attack her like that. I agree, and she's a good person. There's no reason for all the attacks like that, and I know they do that. There gets to the point where it's overwhelming. I was talking to Big Kev about that one time. Big Kev has them too. I told Big Kev, I said, the best thing you do is not worry about those guys. Let it go. He said, I do. There are so many trolls. Yeah, now if you're ending your live stream, now I can go make my brat. There you go. He's going to make his brat now. And did you bring some ice cream?
I want some of your ice cream.
I'm watching this guy build a 2,000 square foot home on a beach from woods. He's covered with nipa. Looks good. Awesome. On a beach from wood. Hey, you know what, Kevin? I'd live on the beach in a nipa. I would.
Nice.
I lived on a beach with a blockhouse. Why couldn't I? I'd live on there with a nipa hut. I sure would. Bill Pruitt? No ice cream. He's out of ice cream. Oh, man. He's going through DT ice creams. Ours rubbing my hand. My hand is sore. My hand's numb from where I fell. Yeah, massage. And boy, it feels good from what it did feel. Yeah, I know. I like ice cream. I might get me some today. But I want to thank everybody for coming on live stream today. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. And I want to thank everybody for always coming on. Sorry for the mishap with the internet and things like that. So Kevin Ash, thank you so much. Mark King, thank you so much. Bill Pruitt, thank you. Wheels Down, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Kevin Nash, Mark King, Hillbilly, thank you, my good friend. M. Jane, thank you. Mike Wickham, thank you for coming on today. Wheels Down, Hillbilly, John Maria, thank you for coming on. Kevin Nash, Wayne Searles, thank you, Wayne, for coming on. Haven't seen you in a while. Rax, thank you so much, Rax. Thank you so much for coming.
He will send you the link of the home.
Send me a link. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I will look at that. Wayne Searles, thank you so much for coming on. Mr. B, thank you for coming on today, Mr. B.
Marking, Tom, you need to stop sitting on your hand.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my hand. British Expat, thank you so much for coming on today. Uli Long.
Uli Lang Matapang.
Matapang, good morning. Thank you for coming on. British Expat, thank you. Uli Long Matapang, thank you. Kevin Ash, Mr. Mitch Brumwell, Mr. Astronaut. Thank you for coming on today. M. Jane. Blessed in the Philippines. Blessed in the Philippines. Thank you for coming on. Don't make me roll after it. Mr. Mike T. Thank you, my good friend Gary T. Mike T. Mr. B. Mark and Ning. Thank you, Mark and Ning. Thank you for coming on today. Do a Google Hangouts. You have my email. Yeah, good. Yeah, we should do that. You know what, Art, with your school, we should do something like that maybe with him sometimes. Mark and Ning. Debate won't change who I vote for, I know. DJ Raiders, thank you for coming on. Ken Unger. Foreigners Love Philippines.
Moonlight
Mist and Memories, thank you for coming on. Moonlight Mist, thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. Mark and Ning, Mark and King, Kevin Nash, Wheels Down. Rax. See you on the next one. Thank you, Rax. We appreciate it, my good friend. Thank you for coming on and spending your valuable time with us today. I want to thank you, everybody, for always coming on our streams, and thank you for always watching us. I will try to have Ruth here next time, and we will get her here. She got her cake gone and delivered, and thank you so much, and thank you for everything. God bless everybody. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you on the next one. Be safe. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. What's going on with this thing? Let's see. What's he saying, R?
Isda, isda.
Is it esta? All right, let's see. You see how lovely you look?